So, just getting comfortable in your chair, just letting your body find the place where actually there's gravity that pulls your body onto the chair, onto the bed, or wherever you're sitting. And just noticing that there is this gravity. And I don't know when the last time was that you consciously was aware of gravity. And isn't it amazing that gravity is this force that acts on every single human being on this planet? Every single atom on this planet is in some way affected by this force, an invisible force. And without gravity, we wouldn't be able to meet like this. We'd be floating in the sky. And so it pulls us down and it keeps us on the ground, and it keeps the ground on the ground. And it's all happening without our involvement. And that can be a signal that the one who notices that in this moment has full permission to stop and to let go, and actually to allow gravity to pull you down even deeper. And it can feel so good to let go and to let these invisible forces do their work. Just like there's an invisible force inside your body that breathes your lungs, that beats your heart. Two things that without which you wouldn't be able to survive. And again, they happen without the involvement of your mind, without you being in control of it. And just noticing that can feel so good, to recognize that there's a living force here inside you, that there's something that is happening that is trustworthy, that's keeping you alive and keeping the whole world turning. And you don't know what it is, and you don't need to know what it is, because it's happening quite naturally. And all of that can be another signal that the one who is noticing can stop and open and let yourself drop down inside even deeper. And as you drop inside, I wonder if you can imagine that you can feel a sensation starting to build in the soles of your feet. And you can just make believe that this sensation starts to build into kind of like a wave. And it's a wave of deep peace and fulfillment. And I don't know what a wave of deep peace and fulfillment feels like for you, but you can just imagine it starts off small, washing up through your feet, up through your ankles. And it has like a wave motion, washing up and coming back again. And then as it washes up, it goes a little bit higher, up through your knees, through your waist, your hips, and then your waist. And as this wave of deep peace and fulfillment washes through your body, it's like it enters every single cell. And as it enters the cell, it sends a message. It sends a message to the DNA in every cell that in this moment there's nothing to do. And you can stop and relax and drop down even deeper. noticing that as the cells stop, that they continue being cells, doing what they have to do. And that wave of deep peace and fulfillment can wash up through your stomach. And as it washes through your stomach, it can find any little knots, any places there's holding. And without doing anything at all, it just washes into it. A wave of deep peace and fulfillment. And it can wash up through your chest. And it can go through your shoulders and through your arms and down to your tips of your fingers. Deep peace and fulfillment. And I don't know what that would feel like for you. To feel in the tips of your fingers deep peace and fulfillment. And the wave can wash back up your arms and up through your shoulders. And when it hits your shoulders and neck, there can be some kind of relaxation happening. As all the cells of your body relax and open. And it can wash up through your neck, into your face and jaw, into your cheekbones, and your forehead and into your eyes, a wave of deep peace and fulfillment. And then it can wash into your brain. And as it washes into your brain, it can go up one side and down through the middle, and then up the other side and back down through the middle, creating like a figure of 8 of this wave of deep peace and fulfillment, washing through both sides of your brain. And just noticing how that feels. Oh, it feels so good. And then one last time, there can be one big wave that just washes through your whole system. Just one last time. When that's happened, it means you're ready. You're ready for this journey. And if you are willing, you can go on a little journey now. And you're going to go somewhere that's going to be a beach. Now, I don't know if it's a beach you've been to before. I don't know if it's a beach that you have in your mind. It doesn't really matter. You can go to your favorite beach. And as you go to your favorite beach, it's going to be the perfect temperature. It's going to be the perfect conditions for you. And you can imagine yourself walking along this beach. And I don't know if it's sand or rocks or whatever it is for you, but you can feel the texture under your feet. And you can hear the sounds of the waves and the birds and the wind. And you might even feel the warm kiss of the sun on your skin. And this unique kind of smell that you have at this beach. And notice what it feels like to walk along your favorite beach. What happens to the cells of your body? What are they saying? And each step you take down this beach, something stops, something opens, and something falls away. Now I want you to imagine as you walk further down this beach that you find a stick. And it's not just any stick, it's a very special stick. It's like a magic stick. And you can pick up this stick and you can use it to draw in the sand. And I want you to imagine that you can go right down to the edge where the water starts to lap on the sand. And I want you to take this stick and slowly and carefully you can write in the sand. And I want you to write down a belief that you have about yourself. And I don't know what that is. It could be something small, it could be something big, it could be something positive, it could be something negative. It doesn't matter, but you know what it is. A belief that you hold deep inside about yourself. And I want you to use this magic stick to write it into the sand. And as you write it into the sand with this magic stick, this energy of this belief can pass through your hand, through the stick, into the sand. So that this belief that's written in the sand is vibrating with the energy of the belief, the vibration of the belief. It's really good. When you've finished writing this belief about yourself in the sand, you can step back and you can reflect on it, you can look at it. And then I want you to imagine that a wave comes up and washes up right over the words that are written in the sand. And this wave just washes it away. And as the wave washes it away, leaving the sand clean and clear, you might notice something happen inside as this belief about yourself can be washed out to sea. And I don't know what that feels like for you, but you can just let yourself experience that. Very good. And now, taking the stick, you can write into the sand a belief you have about the world. And I don't know what that is. It could be positive, it could be negative. It could be small, it could be big. But using this stick, you can write a belief you have about the world and you can write it into the sand. And as you write it, the energy, the vibration of that belief can come out of your body and through your hand, through the stick into the sand. So that once you've written down this belief about the world in the sand, you can step back and you can look at it. And you can sense the vibration coming from this belief. Really good. And once again, I want you to imagine that a wave comes up from the ocean and washes the words away from the beach that you just wrote. And as it washes the words away, leaving nothing but the purity of the sand, it can wash that belief about the world out to sea. And you can notice what that feels like. Really good. Now I want you to imagine that you can write your own name. You write your name in the sand, And as you write your name, an energy comes out of your body, through your arm, through your hand, into the stick and down into the sand. And I don't know what that energy is, but that energy can be transferred into the sand, into the words, into your name. And then a wave can come and wash your name out to sea, leaving nothing but the purity of the sand. Now, nameless, free of some core belief of yourself and the world, you can recall your deepest desire for your life. You can recall what that is. And what if there was something that you had to give as an offering to the ocean for the deepest desire of your life? And I don't know what that is. It could be purely symbolic. It could be actually what you have to offer. But you can just let that come up naturally, that you can offer kind of like a sacrifice or an offering to the ocean. And you can do it using this magic stick. You can write it in there. You can draw a picture. You can do whatever you want to symbolize something that you can give as an offering in order to have what you want at the deepest level. You can then take that stick and draw the picture, write the words, whatever it is. Then you can notice a wave come up and wash away your offering, taking it from you. And in that moment, you can notice what it feels like for the ocean to take what you've offered, to have what you want at the deepest level. And in this moment, you can learn something very important for your life. There's something to discover. I don't know what that is. It could come in the form of words. It could come in the form of a feeling. It doesn't really matter. But you can learn something very important for yourself and for your life. Very good. So now you can take your magic stick and you can throw it in the ocean, letting go of any crutch. Really good. And then you can start walking back the way you came. And each step you take back the way you came, what you discovered is integrated further and deeper into your heart, so that what you've learned is melting into you and entering into the cells of your body and into your DNA in a very deep way. And when you get back to where you came from, you can start to imagine yourself coming back out. Back from the beach, back up to this experience of being in a body, being in a room, being in this moment in time and space. Body awareness can come back. You can also have an awareness of gravity still. And notice your body in gravity. Noticing the familiarity of it and the mystery of it at the same time. Whenever you're ready, you can come back to this moment and open your eyes.